This is a weather update.
Good early morning, everyone. This is David Stevens. The time now is 1 o'clock. I want to give everyone an update on the weather situation. We do have an ice storm warning in effect till 6 p.m. So if you have an ice storm warning, it's best just to stay at home. I will like Sioux City is a 2-hour late start. So you do, if you need to travel to get to school, just make sure you allow plenty of space between you and the car ahead of you and avoid any rapid acceleration or rapid braking, and then you'll be fine. At least on the main streets, it's still going to be slick, but there'll at least be some salt and sand. Now your side streets will be a mess, so that's why it's best not to travel at all. But again, if the school districts say it's safe to go to school, then it'll be safe. So I recommend keep an eye on school closings. You can go to all the local stations here in Sioux City, and the schools do a good job these days in notifying you if of any closings or delays. So a lot of these 2-hour late starts may end up deciding, you know what, let's just be safe for the whole day and just cancel school. We can always make it up. It's better than people getting in accidents. So looking at the radar though, right now we do have a break in Sioux City, but you're seeing some more freezing rain move its way into Sioux land right there, and then it's all snow from Sioux Falls back towards Yankton, back towards O'Neill, and a good part of the Panhandle in Nebraska stretching into northwest Kansas is all snow. Heavy snowfall too, rates of about 1 inch an hour. Now, in the warm part of the storm system, you do have mostly all rain stretching from central Iowa down through eastern Missouri and pretty much all of Illinois right now. And then we did have numerous tornado watches earlier this evening in Arkansas, and some severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings as well. And you can see the system responsible for all this is located right here in northwest Kansas. Now, if you were watching yesterday, we were tracking the storm all the way down in Arizona. Well, that storm system interacted with the Rockies, weakened, and now you got a new low pressure system. Where at the same time, we have, those troughs and ridges where we have a negatively tilted trough right now. So it's really helping to deepen this low pressure system. So therefore, that's why you're getting such a strong system with plenty of precipitation. And it's pulling in moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and it's coming up over the core of the surface, overriding it. So you're going to get, the rain falling in the atmosphere. And if you look up into the column of air, it's going to be above freezing once you get off the surface. And the column of air, a lot of it's going to be above freezing. So ice crystals melt as it falls through the warm layer into liquid, and then refreezes as it freezes when it hits the surface. Same way with sleet, you just have less of a warm depth of warm air, and then it can refreeze before it hits the ground, and then you have ice pellets. And then back through here where you get the heavy snow of a foot in a lot of these locations, the whole column of air is below freezing, so it all stays snow crystals, ice crystals and snow. So therefore, that's why in many locations from Sioux Falls down through Nebraska are going to get at least 10 inches to a foot. Now, closer to Sioux City, we're going to have less of a snow impact. So let's go ahead and take a look at a closer radar here. And this also shows the temperatures here. So 34 here in Sioux City, 32 in Lamar's, and then colder temperatures to the northeast, and then our wind direction will be through the northeast as well. So that brings me to another point. Temperatures will cool off tomorrow, so cool into the 20s tomorrow with a strong wind out of the northeast with gusts up to 40. So that would create blowing and drifting of snow, and it could be near blizzard conditions. So if we have 35-mile-per-hour winds for 3 hours or more, then we could have a blizzard running. But right now, it's just a little bit below the blizzard criteria. So watch out for some blowing snow tomorrow afternoon. So Sioux City, as far as snowfall accumulations go, I don't have a map, which I should, but it's okay. I'll point to the areas. Sioux City looks like right now 3 to 6 inches. South of Sioux City, 1 to 6. I hate giving these long ranges. I like 2, possibly 3 inch ranges. But with a storm like this, sometimes you gotta give these large ranges. So about 1 to 6 south of Sioux City. and a little less with down towards Omaha. Still going to get a dusting to an inch or two down that location. Sioux City, really, if you go northwest of Sioux City on I-29, you could get about 7 inches of snow. And then towards Elk Point, and then you follow I-29 north, the closer you get to Sioux Falls, the more snow you get. So towards Sioux Falls, about 10 to 12 inches of snow. About 8 or 9 just south of there towards Bellisford. And then once you get to Elk Point, about 4 to 7, and then 3 to 6 here in Sioux City. Well, I'll go ahead and wrap that up. And again, stay with your local media outlets. They'll have the call and tickers on the bottom of the screen for your school closings. And check their website. They have travel information and 511 on your cell phone to get the travel information there. Just be safe, and if you can avoid travel, I definitely would recommend it at least until Wednesday morning.